by the time this part of the interview comes out, the NBA Finals is over, and that's when the NBA commissioner said they're going to actually rule on what they're going to do in terms of the penalty. They're saying,
Wait till somebody give him an AR. He's been waving these little pistols around. Wait till he get his hand on the AR. Oh, lit.
A Uzi.
Yo.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's probably if he got an 8-game suspension last time, I would assume it's going to be more severe this time, considering how close it was in terms of.
So we got to start treating like a grown man. Minimum 45 games,
45
or the full
games.
season, straight up. If you get the full season, I wouldn't even be mad. Hey, it's not about you. Fuck your money. You making the league look bad. They don't want a dude toting guns when they got to sell sponsors. You think State Farm want a corny nigga like Chris Paul as their representative?
Right.
Nobody wants gun-toting John Morant. This ain't a fucking John Wick movie. The fuck? Get out of here. Listen, I don't care how great you ball. And that's what I think the league is having a problem. He is the closest in influence to young kids as Allen Iverson used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And Iverson was known for popularizing the crossover. So when you have this much influence on the kids, they don't want to penalize him too hard, but this is a hard-headed nigga. He can't learn. You got to give him the full season. Tell him to come back 2025. He be straight. Trust me.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, people are like, oh, well, rappers wave around guns and whatever else. But when you're at a record label, major or otherwise, you don't have a code of conduct that the NBA has, or the NFL has, or Major League Baseball has, or whatever. These are family-oriented institutions,
of course,
codes of conduct with very specific rules, with advertisers that they depend on.
You do in order to function. The bottom line, we gotta get you out of here.
Get you out of here. The game is not bigger. I remember. Who was it? Was it John Sally that told me that, you go to any NBA team, and I don't care how big of a superstar you are on that team, you're not talking to the owner. The owner, the sports team is just a little side hustle for most of these owners. Their real money comes from someplace else. This is just like a little side project. So they're not going to take time out of their main business to talk to you about your qualms with the coach or whatever else. That's what the general manager is for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just the owner. The NBA is on top of the owners. You see what I'm saying? So it's like anyone could be replaced in the NBA, whether it's LeBron, whether it's whoever. You know what I'm saying? If LeBron starts acting a fool and starts becoming, a problem for the NBA, he will get kicked out.
Vlad, you
overcomplicating
it, man. All this nigga want to do is wave around a gun and do some little girlish dance. Get him the fuck on out of here, man. Listen, one monkey don't stop the show. This the NBA, baby. Listen, there's another star. We watching great games.
Yeah.
LeBron about to retire. One monkey don't stop the show. We're gonna get some more.
Yeah.
These leagues are built on new talented people every day coming in doing things at a finite period. You 23 and you want to waste it waving around guns? Cute. Sit a season out. You could dance in your living room all day. You could do your little dance, wave your guns around. You get me? Just I hope somebody's, the biggest thing, not that we know he's not using the gun. He's just showing it. But we got to make sure these guns are empty. Sometimes I actually feel he might shoot himself. He don't even look like he know how to use a gun. So that's my thing. Make sure all these guns are loaded. But if you want to just have a empty gun waving around, dance in his living room, let him sit the whole year off, man. This thing is a distraction. Here's the thing, too, which sometimes I think people, and you see, youth is almost an ego in itself, especially for really talented athletes, because they actually don't see that at a certain time, Father Time is going to knock on that door. You won't be able to jump from the free throw line no more.
Right.
It's going to stop. His team had a better record without him. So he missed a bunch of games. They had a better record without him, but he's the biggest draw.
Yeah.
At a certain point, you start subtracting more than you're adding.